What up? We're here, first episode podcast, back again, yet again. My earbuds are crackling. Don, I thought you were drinking Cosmos.
I was. I've had several Cosmos. I had to shift to beer. And now, thanks for that nice introduction, Brian. We have our free commercial to the fine folks at Firestone Beer, a delicious IPA.
There's no such thing as a delicious IPA.
Agreed.
Furious when people talk about IPAs.
That's we should have a
life.
Oh well,
all the other ones.
I'll tell you what, the fine folks at Firestone that make the Union Jack IPA would disagree. This is a hearty 7+.
Does it taste coffee?
No, it's kind of smooth, almost like a mango and a bread.
If it had mango in it, it would be called a mango IPA, or like what do they call those stupid IPAs that are all fruity? And people who drink IPAs, they go, "Oh, you're gonna like this one. It's smooth and delicious, and they have fruit in them." There's a name for it.
Shit,
like those hazies.
Exactly, Rico. Hazy. Yeah, they call it a hazy IPA. You're full of shit. Hazy. You're full of shit, Don. So it's me, Brian, Don, and Rico. Rico's right. IPAs suck. IPAs are drinks that people that eventually get into being peed on by prostitutes drink.
Yes.
Because it's the same thing. Like, you're like, oh,
I think you have the order wrong, actually.
Well, I mean,
I think it's people who have already been peed on enjoy the IPA. So, Don, we have questions.
Yeah. Okay.
Chasing the dragon. Chasing the dragon.
When was the first time you were peed on by a hooker?
Today.
Yeah, good. I'm glad you specified it. Well, it depends. You know, the different hookers have a
depends on what you call it.
Yeah, right. I mean, and honestly, if a woman is going to pee on you for money, you can't call her a hooker. So,
well, not to the face. But question: do you pay more for morning pee from a hooker because it's more potent, or is it the same price whenever?
Ideally, you are in control of what the hooker eats for the entire week. And then
that's when you got baller money.
That's when you're like, you know what?
You're the CEO of,
now you've got black market worthy fees. You are in good shape right there.
I'm going to have Blue Apron delivered to your prostitute domicile. You have to eat exactly what's delivered. Welcome to the first.
It's also a great way to keep bears away. You have some hooker pee, you just scatter it on your property. No bears are going to come.
That's it. Well, that's just smart home ownership. Welcome to the first episode podcast. I am usually not this drunk. I'm very drunk. Had a long day. Had a long week. I'm going out of town. For whatever reason, my wife always books these trips out of town, short trips to visit her family. And they always fall when I have an unbelievable amount of crap to do. So all day I've been working like a dog. Finished at like 4, and I was like, martini time. And now I'm 3 martinis deep on this show. So
yeah. And Brian's
martinis burn your vocal cord.
I don't know. I until I got on this show.
That's the COVID.
Are you going to become RFK?
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening. I was totally fine until I got on this podcast.
I can do an RFK impression 50% of the time. I go for it. It comes out great. And sometimes it comes out wrong. Sometimes I'm worried that, we're just, yeah, see, it's hard. Sometimes it's good. Sometimes.
I think it's probably Don's jersey making my bile rise. Are you wearing a Steph Curry jersey? God, what a piece of shit you are. That's why. See, it's the
why are you a Steph Curry fan?
My goal was to have him sign the jersey. So I found the jersey.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
Well, you can say that for any athlete.
All right, 12-year-old. What else? What would you also be an astronaut? Did you want to be a fireman when you grow up, Don? What else?
I have a fireman shirt that I'm hoping a fireman will sign as well.
And are you from LA?
Yeah, but I don't think the Golden State Warriors are from Northern California. So.
I know where the Golden State Warriors are, and I also know where the LA Lakers are.
Thank you for that explanation, Don.
Nailed it. Yeah, I know where you're going.
Where are the Cleveland Cavaliers from? Tell me.
Don would be a perfect politician. Why do you hate black people? Well, black people they live around us.
Well, they hate me.
Yeah, nailed it.
Yeah. No, I like so I saw that here's the truth is that the Steph Curry jersey was on
All
sale.
right. I love when people are like, all right, to tell you the truth.
Just like
You'll say that all the time when I'm talking to them
So-
in court.
So wait,
Why
so
are you
Don,
saying to tell the truth?
you're
I
on.
have- I have more than one jersey of players that I don't care about that are just essentially just workout shirts. You know, you just wear a jersey to play basketball in.
You're
Something you don't-
everyone I hate at the gym. Every single
Yeah.
person I hate at the gym is you. Oh, my wife's calling me. That's great. Which
Mm.
one of my kids is stuck in a car door?
I bet your wife doesn't hate me.
Remember,
The
she was
jury
talking.
is out.
She was talking to your wife recently when you weren't here. So let's not be too sure about
Wait,
that.
I don't know. Oh, we all know my wife hates me, so that's fine. Yeah, she could have.
And yet you live as a house husband of Virginia.
Virginia house husband. It's
Real
a great word.
house husband.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
The Real House Husbands of Virginia have been working really hard lately. I am almost done with the deck restoration. It's been hours of the summer. I'm grinding away at that wood. I know it sounds funny, but it's the truth.
I'm actually building a deck. So
Yeah, it's hard
all-
work.
Buildings. I'm building a pergola.
a pergola.
A pergola.
Wait,
I am
So exciting.
I have like a 200 square foot deck that has been
Wow.
slathered with the worst, disgusting paint stains. So I have to grind all that stuff out. I've ripped apart the top molding of it, and I'm grinding away all the bad stain. And now I have to clean it and then pressure wash it and then restain it. And it's a lot of work. But
Here's my
it's
recommendation.
it's a lot of fun. I like it.
Take that stupid ass fucking jersey off
Mm.
and use it to stain your deck. That garbage piece of shit jersey. So
Why do you guys? I don't even like the guy, but I'm thinking I like
Nobody
him.
does.
The show
Nobody
was
does.
good. I liked the show.
Oh, what?
You didn't like it? I thought it was funny.
No.
I
I have
laughed.
problems with it.
You guys have problems with every goddamn show.
No,
No, I
you
didn't
are
have a
just
problem with Mr. Cooper.
hanging. Mr. Cooper was a revelation. My children are banging on the door. They heard Don say he liked this horrible Mr. Throwback Steph Curry show.
It wasn't bad. I thought it was silly the way that they broke the fourth wall and made it seem like there's a
With
real
what?
story.
Steph Curry being an asshole?
What else is
No.
he gonna do? He's a
It was
basketball
such a
player.
Steph Curry. No, okay. I have way better ideas for this. One, don't have it be a monument to, oh, you're a good basketball player. You're a really good shooter. No shit. We've
Yep.
seen your highlights. I watched him in the Olympics. He was ridiculous. It was amazing. I don't need a TV show for him to tell us how good at basketball he is. Everyone
You
thought
know, what'd be awesome. Steph Curry should change his fucking gender, become a woman, and then play as Steph Curry in the men's basketball league. Equalization.
What would his name be though? He'd have to change it. He'd be like,
No, he wouldn't.
It'd be
Why would you have
Steph.
to change? Steph. He's still Steph. He's
Stephanie.
still Steph. Stephanie Curry. He's still Steph. There's no
Steph.
reason to change your name. You're still Steph
Was
Curry.
it Stefan or Stephanie? I mean, I guess
And
it's-
Steph Curry, she's really stepping back and nailed these threes.
So, way better premise, in my opinion, for the show. You know how like Michael Jordan in the 80s was like the all-American guy in the commercials? Like,
Rico,
"Be
hold
like
on.
Mike,
Hold
I
on.
love
Wait a
Mike."
minute.
I gotta
Behind the
stop.
scenes.
Rico, I got to stop you so people know what the fucking premise is.
All right.
Here's
I like
the
they called
base
him
premise.
the Jewish Jordan. That was hilarious.
I have to set the premise. Nobody knows what you're talking about, Don. So the show's called Mr. Throwback. Steph Curry is in the show, and it starts off with him being like, "Oh, I'm the best guy ever," which, by the way, never stops. I thought it was going to be a joke, and it just kept going, and apparently not a joke. This guy is down and out on his luck. He gets threatened by the Polish mafia. He owes them $90,000. One of the few really funny moments, and there were some funny money in this show.
Yeah.
Where he's on video, he's like selling merch. He's a merch selling guy online and has a store.
He sells vintage sports garbage.
Vintage storage garbage. And he does about like a 9-iron. He's like, this 9-iron was owned by Tiger Woods' wife. When she was in the head.
Yeah,
That was funny. I liked it.
And
He was a good character. I
There's some
liked
good
him.
jokes.
he's the only good actor and character in the show, this lead white schlub guy. So
What about Ego Odom?
who? Logie, I'm on a podcast.
She's the woman
So
from
wait,
SNL.
let me just get through this description of the show. So this schlubby guy gets beat up on video by the Polish mafia. He owes $90,000. And then he goes to explain it later, which is kind of funny. He goes, well, there was a misunderstanding and that they thought I had $90,000.
Yeah, that was a misunderstanding. Like I owe it to
She
them.
thought I
but
had it.
They thought I have it. That's wrong.
And then he's thinking through how to get this money. And it's funny because he's like, well, I'm a great dad. I got to do it for my daughter. It's like, well, for your daughter, you wouldn't have gotten into this situation to begin with, which is kind of funny. So he goes, I used to be friends with Steph Curry. He used to be a big celebrity in his teen years because he was actually 14 playing against 12-year-olds. So he got all this hype as the Jewish Jordan, but he was 14, kind of like, who's the guy, Danny, whatever, in the
Danny
MLB.
Almonte.
Danny Almonte from the Little League World Series.
Yep.
Maybe they're
so great.
Are they parodying that?
Yes.
perhaps?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So you got
Definitely.
the same name. Good job.
So you find out this guy is 14 playing against 12-year-olds, and that destroys his career. Steph Curry was his teammate. They were good friends. And then Steph Curry goes on to fame and fortune, and this guy goes on to be the schlub.
They were called the Splash Siblings.
The Splash Sims. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Wait, I
that's
didn't
still a
get
joke.
the girl that's like Steph's like business manager. Did she also go to the school with them?
yeah,
It was
she was
implied.
she's like a kid. They showed like a flashback photo, and they were in the basketball gym, and then she was a girl next to them. So yeah, I guess she was always kind of riding the coattails, if you will.
Yeah.
All right.
So I mean, he
Go
owed
ahead.
him money, and obviously he needs $90,000. Who does he know that's rich? Obviously, kind of knows Steph Curry, although he hasn't talked to him in 25 years since the incident went down. So somehow he gets into the players only access area of I don't know, Oracle. I don't know. Were they playing in New Jersey or were they playing in
They're playing at
California?
the Chicago Center. They played the Bulls, and they were playing right now where the DNC is, which is kind of funny. And then
The DNC is hilarious.
Well,
Yes,
it is. There was an
And so
Obama reference for no reason
Yes.
in this episode.
Oh, there's like Obama and Oprah references too, which is really funny because they are at the Chicago Center at the same time.
United
as the
Center.
DNC's.
The only
United
way
Center,
I'd
thank you.
appreciate that is if Steph Curry hit threes, and every time he hit a three, he yelled, Oprama! That would be
Oprama!
hilarious.
When they flash to the scene at the stadium, it's the final, right? They have a good little scene where they show Chuck and Shaq from TNT, and then they go to the final score, and it's 148 to Golden State to 60 for the Bulls.
Yeah. Oh, that was the finals.
Yeah, it's the
Not very
final. It was
competitive.
the final score. No, it
Who
wasn't the
believes the
finals.
Bulls are going to be in the finals? Come on.
No, it
All right.
wasn't the finals. It's just like the final score of the game just shows that they were literally.
Yeah, it was a blowout.
destroyed. Yeah, it was,
Well,
but it's
look.
silly. That's not a real thing.
No,
The
well,
Golden State Warriors don't score under 48 points. Maybe they do against the Bulls.
this kind of ties into a theme that pissed me off in the show. Steph
Right.
Curry, I thought would like kind of take the piss out of himself, right? Like make fun of yourself, your own ego, take like, oh, I'm such an egomaniac, but like take pot shots at yourself. And they kind of did that at one point where he's on his private plane and he's like, oh, I told this chef to start his own pasta restaurants. And the guy was like, I've been cooking for 12 years and Steph gave me the confidence to start it. Fine. That was the only time. Every other time it's Steph being a saint, taking photos of like underprivileged kids, giving money to underprivileged kids, saying I do stuff all the time, so I film it. He's the nicest guy on the planet. It was just obnoxious over and over, and like him playing himself in a video game, making every shot. Like it was obnoxious to the point of like, what the fuck are you doing? You're making people hate you. I already dislike you. It's making me hate you more. You're everything in this show is
What
a
if that's
masturbatory exercise, and it's so unnecessary.
Could be the purpose of it, though, right?
Well, look,
No,
maybe it's
I mean, he's already well liked among, I think, the general population. I don't see the point of the show. He's obviously famous. So what I was saying is like, Steph has the kind of the good guy image, similar to how Jordan did in the 80s. But behind the scenes, Jordan was a motherfucker. He's gambling to all hours. He's drinking till 6 a.m. He's carousing. That should have been the show. That would have been fucking funny if Steph Curry is like goes from like I'm super charming, and then he's like, let's go to the strip club or whatever. Just
I don't think
buying drugs from people. He's just a fucking maniac. Like that's a character. We know you're not actually doing that stuff, but it would be funny.
Thank you. Especially when the whole plot of the show is basically a Always Sunny episode extended into a series. Like the schlub guy makes up that his daughter is going to die of cancer to get money from this pretend charity, which by the way, he had 24 hours to get $90,000. How is creating a charity and having a documentary series follow you around getting you $90,000 in 24 hours?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, he said, the explanation was he stole the jersey and then he sold it.
You're not getting $90,000 for a jersey.
He said it had a street value of $150,000.
Oh, get the fuck out of here.
I don't know who would spend that, but
that's how you get a show going.
That is such a common storyline where the guy, the down on his luck friend cons a good-hearted friend into giving him money under false pretenses.
Yeah.
I swear it's been done 1,000 times and I hate it every time. Like, why do they have to go this angle? Just go a different storyline, how this guy like gets mixed up in your world. Like, does it always have to be the con? It's like they went for like The Office cast with every other con show that I've ever seen.
Well, wouldn't you rather watch this show? You got this guy, he flames out. He was Steph Curry's partner, but he's still pretty good. Back in the day, right? Flames out, gets busted. He plays in to whatever tournament Steph's playing in. Yeah, like a 3-on-3. They do these like 3-on-3 charity tournaments. He plays into that. You follow his arc on that, and he starts causing all this trouble in the interim, talking shit about Steph Curry. To your point, unleashing all these like demons from his past. That would be funny. That would be watchable.
Yeah.
Now you're like, I don't care about a show that's literally everything is Steph Curry is the best, masturbatory horse shit. And then we offshoot to this fucking guy running a charity, making a comeback. I just don't care.
Yeah.
And, and Steph Curry's such a bad actor. Thank God he's not in it a lot, but
you know what it reminds me of? The Always
Always Sunny in Philadelphia. As I said, it's a extended Always Sunny in Philadelphia episode.
But also how Curb Your Enthusiasm is so self-grandizing, where it just shows a bunch of celebrities and they're interacting with each other and stuff, and they all make their day-to-day lives seem like they're so cool and so exciting. They're just going to parties and doing all this silly stuff. And that was what the Steph Curry character of the show is giving off. Like, I'm just always photographed. I'm on my private jet. I'm always doing cool stuff. I have so much resources that we could just play basketball anytime.
He literally said that at the beginning. He's like, I'm always doing cool stuff, so I might as well have a crew around to film it.
Yeah, he should have been a little less like into himself, maybe making himself seem like play a character that is you, but a little bit maybe more insecure, a little bit more funny, as opposed to you just being, you being how you are now as a super rich guy, right? Remember when he goes, when he's playing one-on-one and the friend goes, oh, you think I could be in the league? He goes, no. Do you see how good we are? Right? Like that kind of silly. He could have played on something more fun instead of just obviously making himself seem like he's better than everybody, which we already know he is.
That's what is puzzling. And look, maybe they're setting this up for later on that Steph gets revealed as a huge asshole. But in episode 1, it's nonstop. It's nonstop. Steph Curry.
I really doubt they're going that route.
Yeah, I think it's his show, and that's how he wants to be portrayed. He's never going to let them show him in a negative way.
I mean, it was awful. It was
It was.
insultingly awful. Even when the guy stole the jersey from the locker, he's like,
There-
I was going to
yes.
give that to March of Dimes. Now, look, again, this should set up something, but you have to give it to us in episode 1 to let us know it's going to be.
I don't think it is. I'm not going to watch and find
because they
out.
didn't give us anything.
Yeah.
Neither will I, because I'm not going to watch it because they didn't give us anything to let me know that Steph's going to get a comeuppance or he's a shithead later.
The only funny parts of this show have nothing to do with Steph Curry. And it's when the other character is doing silly stuff, when he's talking to his ex-wife. Do you guys remember that scene where he shows Steph Curry the picture of his daughter and he makes it seem like she's a cancer patient? But then they show she goes, did you show him the context of that photo? And I thought, oh, that's pretty funny,
good.
right? That's a good joke.
Good.
That's really good.
Look, they were funny moments when Steph Curry wasn't in it. Go ahead, Rico.
Exactly. The only
The
time
dad
he's funny
I
is when
thought
he's
was
not
pretty
in it.
funny. The dad,
The chair.
I threw a chair and there was a kid in it. I couldn't do that now.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I
buy me
was
dinner
older.
first. Yeah, the
That
buy
was
me
the-
dinner. I like that.
Dude.
Buy me dinner first with the person putting his sound, and then also with the cut guy goes, buy me dinner first.
Dude,
He just wants a dinner.
The throw the chair moment for me was the funniest moment of the episode because they had it like he talks about his dad, Jewish Jordan's dad, throws a chair, didn't know it was a kid in it, and then they cut to a video of it, and it's just a kid lying face down on the basketball court with a chair on his back.
Honestly,
It was hilarious. There's
doesn't
good
need
writing
Steph.
that Stephen Curry is ruining. Stephen Curry. Sorry,
Yeah,
They
I
could
don't
have
like
just
calling that.
used any other person. They could have used Mr. Cooper, and he would have been a pretend basketball player.
You
and it
have to
would
be
have
able to
been
laugh
funny.
at yourself.
Yeah.
Otherwise there's no point. If you can't like play
No.
a character, if your character is like it's just all American good guys, like this isn't the 50s.
Even
gives a shit about this type of
Steve Kerr was
antagonist.
there making fun of himself, which was kind of funny because Steph says, "Oh, so and so was the best coach I ever had," talking about the dad, and then they have a cut to Steve Kerr, and he goes, "Really? Steph said that, the best coach you ever had?" And he looked kind of sad. So it started funny, and then the more Steph they showed, the less funny it got. That's kind of where
I would guess that he had some marketing people tell him, "Oh, this is going to be great for your image, and maybe kids are going to like it." I don't know. Are kids watching a lot of shows on Peacock?
Yeah,
Doubtful.
they got
What-
$6.
by the way,
They got $6.
One of the funny lines on the show was the dad going, who's going to watch this? What is it on? Peacock?
Oh, that was good.
I
Yeah.
get that. I mean, that's old school Simpsons style.
goes, yeah.
Humor where they always used to like rip on Fox. which
Because
is
can
funny.
I say that on Peacock?
Yeah.
Can
Do
I
I
say
get
that
Peacock?
can I say that on Peacock? Do we get Peacock? Nobody gets Peacock. We're the only idiots who get Peacock, so we can watch fucking Peacock shows.
The only way I could think that this made sense for his team is they go, okay, well, you got this guy who's such a bad dude. You could just be the biggest do good, annoying motherfucker, which he was, because he's such an asshole.
Why would you want to play that character? If that's who you are in real life, I mean, I have no reason to doubt he's like a good guy.
That's who
Why
I
do you
wish
wanna-
I was
this
in
is-
real life.
This makes me
show.
doubt. This makes me doubt that he's a good
No,
guy.
maybe.
If he has to do this dumbass show where he's playing a good guy all the time, I thought it has to set as a
You guys, he's not a
comedic mind and writer. It has to be setting up for something, but they had to give us something in the first episode. They didn't. It's just unlikable Steph Curry.
He's a bored athlete, the same way Tom Brady shows up in Hertz commercials. They've got
Or 80 for Brady.
there,
Is that
as
good?
Jersey,
I never
you know.
saw it.
Steph,
He
this
goes,
is your
"Hey."
8, like I did. Yeah. My
Yeah.
favorite movie, Rico. I fall asleep to
Your
it.
wife might have watched it. Who
In
knows?
5 years, we're gonna have the roast of Steph Curry on Netflix because he wants to do more stuff. He
I
doesn't wanna
don't think
be
it'll
just
go
a
well.
basketball
It'll
player.
probably be like everyone telling him how great. Hey, remember that one time you made a 3? That was awesome. Like
That was
it's
great.
gonna be
And then
Chris
you did it
Farley
again, and then you made another
interviewing
3,
Paul
and
McCartney.
then another 3.
Remember you
Yeah.
chewed your mouth guard? It looked like you were chewing Bill Clinton's dick, which is notoriously curved to the left. Can't tell that.
Ooh. Yeah, because he's a Democrat.
Off the cuff.
Hello. Refill.
Hi-oh.
All
That's why
right.
they call me the genius of the first episode podcast.
Is
Low bar milk.
anybody looking at the DNC? Do we know if
I was, but I was paying too much attention to it on mute.
Is
It
it
was
yeah.
even funnier on mute than it is.
Oh, it's
on
got to
Twitter.
be. It's
It's
just people
ridiculous.
crying.
I couldn't
They're just-
pay attention to it anymore. I'm like, this is too interesting.
They're
on mute.
tearful.
The
Yes,
people are
okay.
ridiculous.
As long as we're not missing out the future president.
I mean,
Everybody. White guys for Kamala. That's
We
who-
watched the future president tonight. It's Steph Curry or vice president if he runs with The Rock. Immediate.
I don't know why they didn't bring The Rock.
The Rock has
The
more
Rock Steph Curry would win.
testosterone than the entire United Center tonight.
The Rock could be the man. He could just show up and be like, "Look, losers," and then he would just DDT
No.
everybody
He
in
didn't
that
do
place.
DD well, actually, he did.
Oh, well, wait. Did you see that one guy? The BBC interviewed him. Is a
Stone
guy.
Cold
yeah.
Stunner.
That was.
He's
I
clearly-
looked. Yeah, I was trolling. I
Clearly
didn't. I
trolling.
thought it was real at first until I was reading the comments. Like, he's clearly trolling. I'm like, oh, I don't
No,
know.
it was this
Believable.
guy. Yeah, this white guy's there, and I
pull up
love
the clip.
Harris T-shirt. If I pull it up, our
Oh, are you
Well,
going to talk about the guy that says he has
you know
the
what? Nobody-
polyamorous relationship?
nobody watches on YouTube. Anyway,
Oh,
so
is that
fine.
real? That guy can't be real. He's like
No,
a
it
plant.
was- it
The
was,
Republicans
it's-
planning.
It's 100% planned. All right, DNC. What should I type in? Polyamorous
Yeah.
for Harris.
They, them.
Yeah, like-
He had pronouns.
But he
and
was such a
everything.
believable character.
Oh, so wonderful.
he wasn't that. Well, here's the thing. I know I can find this on the fly. You guys could try, but
Whatever. It's fine. Everyone's seen it.
I'll just describe what it is. So it's a white guy. He's in like whatever, like I don't even know what.
Like Bob Marley type clothes.
Yeah. He's like Rastafari hat to show unification with the black community. He's got a white dudes for Harris shirt on, and the BBC's interviewing him, and he's just like, I just love Kamala Harris. My girlfriend's black boyfriend is really like, and that was it. When I heard that, I was like, oh. This guy's obviously trolling. I don't know how he lured these idiots in.
Yes.
If you hear that, and like it's a trope, by the way, it's to be honest, a little bit lazy trolling.
Do you remember the old
because
school
my
days?
wife's boyfriend is cucking me thing is a little bit overplayed, but still hilarious when the BBC has it and they don't realize they're being trolled.
No, they don't vet. It's almost like the old days where the guys from the Howard Stern show would call up the news and say that they have exclusives, and then they would say something really terrible, and then baba booey.
Yeah.
And that was the end of it. That's the only thing they needed was the guy going baba booey, and then them going, what does that mean? And him going, you guys are fucking idiots, and you're just sitting here putting everything I'm saying on TV, which is what happened. Which is
Why do we get into this? I don't know.
Because Don brought it up. We're going back. We're not talking about the DNC here, Don. We're talking
talking
about
about because Steph Curry and Oprah and is like
he
the
did bring up
same-
Obama. That
all
was annoying.
all those people. It was so weird. All those people that he brought up, they were going to go to the Obama daughter's graduation.
Yeah, Sasha Obama.
Yeah.
That was
And then we're like, no, we're going to Oprah's house, and I'm like, wow, Obama's and Oprah's is like this is just like the DNC right away.
I don't understand when shows do this. Like, look, Parks and Recreation, great show, had a libertarian character who obviously in real life is a total twat, but
Oh yeah, he's the worst.
they had a whole arc kissing Obama's ass. That was their whole thing. Like the lead-
Biden was in an episode.
was he?
Oh yeah.
Did he have lines? I got.
There's an episode where
He
Leslie
had
Knope-
Hunter had
Yeah.
lines. Obama was just in
Leslie
the
Knope,
episode.
she's in the Capitol. She's putzing around, and then she meets Joe Biden, and then he says some things to her, and then she tells his aides like, "He's a treasure, protect him."
I might have skipped that. That was
That was terrible.
That was
Well, as far as the
awful.
end, I didn't watch.
Yeah, like disgusting, awful. And again, as somebody, I don't like either party. Awful. I fucking hate it. Don't do that shit. It ruins the whole show. For Steph to be like, oh, go to a again, why? People probably like you. I mean, granted, a lot of your base is in San Francisco, Bay Area because of Golden State, but look at Don, Virginia Don.
Well, he said he hated him. He just wanted a signed jersey.
I want a
No,
signed
fair enough.
jersey for money purposes. Would I
$150,000, I hear, Don.
It has to be game worn for 150.
Not bad.
Don,
Hey,
game
this one
worn?
is
Don, go out and play. Go out and play a
podcast
game.
worn.
Go ahead and play a game. You're like, this is game worn.
Yeah, I'm all about the money. I could give a shit about political. Who gives a shit?
Well, that's the
all
way it
those
should
people.
be.
None of those people that are hardcore one way or the other, they're all the same, right? Everybody, the people that are in charge of the candidates, they don't give a shit about us. There's just, a bunch of,
Agreed. But getting back to the point of the show here, TV, entertainment, why would you bring up Obama just to ostracize half of your audience? Like I'm sure there are people that are concerned that like Steph Curry because of his talent, his annoying chewing of his mouth guard.
It must reinforce
his
something about people that like that. They want to be kind of told, "Oh, we're part of the cool crowd."
Are they cool? They're the fucking they say the resistance. Every mainstream entertainment show references them. It's obviously horse. Anyway, we're getting off topic. Fuck that. It pissed me off.
Let's go.
Moving on.
Well, we got to grade it, don't we?
Yeah, let's grade it.
Okay.
I would not watch this show. If Steph Curry wasn't in it, maybe I would, but
yeah,
I'm not going to keep watching.
If
I won't
Steph
keep watching.
Curry played a character that was complete opposite of what he's playing in this, I would watch it because that would be interesting.
That would be funny.
If
Yeah.
Steph Curry was Frank Reynolds in this show, I would watch 100%.
Just a complete degenerate. It would be funny. And you'd think it would be fun for him to do that. But
honestly, this show,
I'm not going to watch it.
The only
he have
thing
the talent to do that? Come on. He can't play that.
Yeah.
Anyone can play an asshole. I mean, you don't have to be like Danny DeVito's skill level, or you're not going to be that good, but you could still be entertaining as an asshole. Just like walk down the street and start knocking people's cups out of their hand, or kid gives you a basketball to do an autograph.
Hey, Peyton Manning, awesome. Peyton
Yes,
Manning, awesome.
That he did in the SNL. If Steph Curry did that, it would be fucking funny as hell.
Do you see that, Don? Peyton Manning in SNL?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God.
Good.
Peyton Manning, just for our audience, I'm sure you've all seen it, but Peyton Manning, SNL skit, he's like, oh, Peyton's little kids or little achievers or whatever. And he's just like, all right, go wide. And he's just pegging kids in the back of the neck and the back of the head. And he's like, you suck. What are you doing? You're horrible. Get back here. He's like, run, go on, get out there, fatty. Pegs him right in the back of the head.
Now, Peyton,
that's what you should be able to do, though, right? As a superstar, level, you can make fun of yourself. Be like, I'm not. Everybody knows I'm not this person. I have a brand built up. Exactly. Now it's time to be the heel for fun. And Peyton Manning did it perfectly.
And what did he do? He goes, "Let me have comedians write some funny shit for me." And then they wrote it, and he goes, "This is hilarious." Where Steph Curry goes, it has to be curated, and I'm not going to be seen in a negative way.
Yeah.
But also, it plays really good with football because just, making fun of kids that suck is good. And he's so good and making fun of bad. Oh, it just works.
Look,
yeah.
Even in this show, all right, we got to move on. But even in this show, they have like a one-on-one with the Jewish Jordan and Steph Curry. And even in that, there could have been a hilarious scene where Steph Curry is just beating the shit out of him. All you see is Steph Curry hitting threes, going splash, splash, splash. It's lame as shit. It's uninteresting and boring. Have Steph dunking on him, breaking his fucking ankles, making him look like a douchebag, like pulling his pants down like the Globetrotters. None of that.
This show didn't even need a celebrity basketball player. It could have just been fine with the premise that there's the trash guy and then the famous guy. And then that's it. Like, you don't need a famous basketball player to make himself feel good about being on TV. It could have just been a funny show about, like, just a real player and a non-player. That would have been fun.
Garbage. All right. Rico, your grade.
D-. But I was looking at the IMDb reviews, and only 7 reviews total, and several were 10s. And I wonder how genuine those 10s were.
Yeah. They are Steph Curry
You
diehards.
know what? I was harsh. I'd give it a D because I had more than a few chuckles. The dad and the
I
asshole
laughed. I'll be honest. I
were
laughed. I laughed at the
but it could have been
silliness.
much better.
Yeah, it
Agreed.
could have been
Wasted
better.
potential.
Right. I feel like it's I give it a C, which is the grade I got my whole life. Wasted potential, as Rico would
Until
say.
now, the first episode
That's right.
podcast.
But yeah, there's good ones, right? It's like good ones, mediocre. You didn't try hard. You thought the phoning in the celebrity was a good idea.
All right, quiet down. C grade. I will also give it a C.
Giving C.
C. Given C. Sucking C.
It's giving C.
I'll also suck and give C. Yeah, I agreed. It had some laughs. This show had potential, if not for Steph Curry weighing it down and his team clearly crapping on anything that could have been funny about it. It had some funny lines in it when he was not involved.
Yep.
Will not watch. All right, moving on.
Moving on.
Hanging with Mr. Cooper. Now let me share my screen here so we let's remind people of the cast here.
Okay.
And this article is I'm going to share what happened to the cast of Hanging with Mr. Cooper. Because
I know what happened to Omar Gooding. He went to go do Wild and Crazy Kids because I love that show too.
that was the kid that skipped out on his class in the first episode. Right?
Wait, what was he in?
He's in remember the show Wild and Crazy Kids?
No,
on Nickelodeon?
No. Nope.
Are you that
All right.
old?
Well, congratulations, Rico. You're not a pedophile.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, good job.
You're not a pedophile.
That was a test. That was a first episode podcast test, and you passed it.
Oh, you're schemers.
No, it's a real show.
Howie, who used to be on our old podcast, would not have passed.
Oh.
Howie,
I don't want to crazy kids. Sexy teens.
I've heard of Holly Robinson Pete, but I don't know why.
I've heard of the name too. I don't know what she's in. Was she in like Fast Times at Ridgemont High or something?
Yeah,
or
she was in. She's so hot because she's hot as shit. She's in this number one, and she was just Holly Robinson before she got Holly Robinson Peated by Rodney Peete, former Eagles quarterback. Go Birds! Let's go.
Oh, so she got
Drop
go
turds.
So yeah, drop turds, go birds.
Go Birds!
Then,
Go Birds! Go Birds! Go Birds!
go for drop turds. Keep the name, and then she gets the name.
By the way,
I thought she's not like from the Real Housewives or Desperate Housewives or anything.
Maybe she was.
This is the only thing she's famous
she was.
for.
She definitely. Did she used to be married to like Cordell Stewart, or was that someone?
Cornell
No,
Stewart
that's a different.
Pete.
That's a different housewife.
Holly Robinson, Cornell Stewart Pete. That's her now.
No.
HRCSP. That's it. But no, look at this. So we watched the pilot. His wife has
That pilot
totally
was
changed.
great.
His wife's totally changed.
Oh yeah, they dropped the other girl.
He's married in the show.
Well, he has a girlfriend. A girl. She's a very well known black actress, Kimberly. No, not Kimberly Gregg. Where is she? I like how you go to IMDb like top cast. Like, oh, top cast. Let me share that with you. It's these people that have been nothing.
Because
Well,
the
now we're
girl, the other roommate in the show, was just platonic friend, and that's how he knew Holly Robinson Pete's character.
Oh, I thought they were together.
No,
I think in the photo on the right and the lower is Raven Simone because I think she shows up later.
Lagita, I'm on a podcast. All right, Dawn Lewis.
Something on the floor.
Yep, there is. My daughters are throwing things under the door. There's one child crying, one child throwing things under my door, What do
Is
you
it
think my
one
wife-
child
what-
throwing
what do
the
you-
other
what do you-
child
What
under
do you
the
think
door?
my wife is doing pre-beating?
Like
She's numbing the pain. She's got to be
She's-
doing.
And she's putting ice on her face.
yeah, it's just like pump milk or something. That's what
Okay, so
chicks
wait,
do.
but wait, look at this photo. Like, who's in the bottom right corner? Can you recognize her?
Yeah, that's Raven Simone.
That's so Raven.
Yes.
Raven Simone.
Yeah,
Man, she's
thanks,
from
Rico.
Nickelodeon too. Man, well, how old are you, dude?
Well, tell me what she's from. I don't know everyone's name.
You don't
off
know
the
what
top of my
Raven
head.
Simone is from? From That's So Raven.
And then she was
What the
on the,
fuck is
other
That
show
So
before
Raven?
that too.
Wow,
I guess she was
Ohio
on that show before.
is racist.
Nice.
then-
Were these all Nickelodeon shows?
I knew
Mostly.
the guy. By the way, I knew the guy who created That's So Raven, and I'm gonna send him to your house to beat the shit out of you.
He's
They
gonna fly
were-
from LA to Cleveland because I never saw his stupid show.
He's
He
got
li-
a lot
he
of
lives
he's
in
got a lot of
Cleveland
money, and he's got time, my friend.
Mm.
And
Oh
he's-
well, make sure you. Hey, tell him I like the show, and then he can come by and visit, and we'll have some nice drinks.
That's So Raven TV series 2003 to 2007. A teenage girl periodically receives psychic visions of the near future. Why the fuck would I have known or ever seen that show? Please
Why are-
tell me. When I
better
was
question.
24
better
years
question.
old,
Did
Why
you
are
not
we
watching
not?
That's
Why
So
are we
Raven.
not reviewing the first episode of That's So Raven?
I
Don't
guess
you
we
have,
are next time.
Is that the plot of That's So Raven? She gets
That's what
fucking-
it says. A teenage girl periodically receives brief psychic visions of the near future. Trying to make these visions come true results in trouble and hilarious situations.
Are they on her period?
Hilarious.
Does she get periodic visions on her period? Because that would be hilarious.
Wow.
Hope so. I don't know.
That's what it means secretly. You're right.
She's like,
You're
someone's
right,
gonna
Rico.
die. They're like, Raven, you're just on your period. She's like, no,
Mm.
yeah, no, yeah, that's what happened. She's like,
That's when I
okay.
get psychic.
The
Yeah.
cop.
A bird is gonna die.
The police. All right, get out of here, bloody tamps. Hey, yeah. Anyway, moving on.
So why would I know her? Yeah, I wouldn't.
Obviously, so Dawn Lewis is
Let
very
me
very
go-
famous. That
can
was
we go
his
back?
initial roommate, other than Holly hot ass Robinson Pete, who is gorgeous.
She's gorgeous. Let's go back though. I want to go back to the
A
Alan
simpler time?
Thicke. The Alan.
Oh yeah,
Thicke
that was
scene.
good.
Oh,
That was
the
good.
best. Oh, the
Yes.
best opening 2 minutes of any show in the world. I wish we could show it here.
Blew my mind. I
describe
was
it.
like, what is
It was
going on?
amazing.
So you're watching Mr. Cooper hanging out in a living room, and then
Now remember,
Alan,
but the intro was Step by Step, right? An unbelievably
No.
popular. Yeah,
Well, he was
not
in
Step by
Growing
Step.
Pains.
sorry, Growing Pains.
thank you.
I fucked that up.
Yes,
Growing
So-
Pains with Alan
and-
Thicke.
right. And Mr. Cooper is hanging out in the living room of Growing Pains, and then Alan Thicke walks in, aka Mr. Seaver. And he walks in and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" to Mr. Cooper, who's sitting on the couch. And Mr. Cooper goes, "Oh, you're the guy in the photo. I thought this was just a regular photo when you buy a photo and there's white people in it, but no, it's you." And he goes, "I'm Alan Seaver." "Wait, no, I'm Alan Thicke." And then he says his real name, and he goes, "Well, I'm Mark Curry. I'm gonna do a show. How long did your show go for?" He goes, 7 years. And he goes, "Oh, your show got canceled." And Alan Thicke goes, "No, it got retired." And then he goes, and then Mark Curry goes, "Well, I have a show now." And he goes, "All right, well, good luck with the show."
No. He goes. It's
go
better than. It's even better than that because he goes, "Yeah, I'm doing a show now," and he just told me about like where it is or where the show's at. And Alan Thicke said, "All right, well, good luck in the hood."
Yeah,
good luck at that.
That was
Good luck in the hood.
In the neighborhood. Yeah.
In the
That's
hood.
it.
And he goes, "Yeah, thanks."
Good
and then
luck
he's
in-
like, "Call me if you need any white people." And
Yeah.
it's silence. And
Ah.
he's like,
We've never
All right.
seen it. We've watched a lot of shows, a lot of
"That
pilots.
was the most unique
That was amazing.
intro to a show I've ever seen."
It was really
Amazing.
interesting. The fourth wall shattered.
It was
But I think there was
So-
a reason for it, besides the fact that it was the same network and probably the same time slot. Is I think they were using the Growing Pains house, right? It was the same set.
It seemed that way.
Or
too,
the Hanging with Mr. Cooper. So that's why it made even more sense for Mr. Seaver to walk into the house like it was his house because it was the same set as Growing Pains.
Right. And then they just
So
put a bunch
it
of
was
shitty wallpaper on
one,
the house.
the-
And then
the
they took all the
creators,
cabinet
like-
doors off the kitchens.
Figured out we don't have to create a whole new set for this show. We can just use the old one and we can explain it with an original fucking joke.
Right.
It's the best transition I've ever seen. It was fucking hilarious. And by the way, you could never do that today. They never, right?
No.
They would let you do it today.
Well, you couldn't really make it seem that, you need 3 black people that have regular jobs that could supply the
What are you saying, Don?
the mortgage of the house
Well,
of the
actually,
one guy.
no.
Black people can't afford a house.
No.
Yeah.
Don's making a good point.
It makes a perfect point.
It is actually.
Like he
was
left
kind
the
of a
house to
racist
them,
thing.
and then they can't afford the house.
And they said we
Right.
need a roommate to
third
afford the
guy.
house.
Yeah, right.
Oh, he left in the house? I thought they just took over the lease or something.
Well,
know.
see,
I didn't really think about it.
Whatever happened, they had to pay for the house.
I need to see
mortgage.
the Zillow transaction.
Yeah,
This is the best, like, weird.
they said they had to
handoff.
have a third roommate, which is hot ass Holly Robinson.
Well,
So hot.
Mr. Cooper was the third roommate.
Yeah, Mr. Cooper's the third roommate because
No,
the
they-
two
two
women.
girls.
Oh,
Yeah.
2 girls were friends, and not Holly Robinson was the mutual friend between Mr. Cooper and Holly Robinson.
Right.
oh, I thought
They didn't really
she was
know
the
each
addition.
other.
Okay.
Yeah, so the other
Yeah.
girl is the link between the two.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah,
Look,
because they're gonna have a romantic
cares?
like get along.
Who cares? He said damn when he saw her because she is damn hot. But
Yeah, he
again,
said like 5 times. She's
you could
that
not do that intro transition. It was outside. The thing
it was good.
breaking the fourth wall. Like I said,
I liked it.
they broke the fourth wall. It was Alan, what's his name? Thick.
Alan
Thick. Coming
R.I.P.
in, talking
2016.
to Mark Curry before the actual show started for 2 to 3 minutes with one of the goddamn funniest things I've seen on
Yes.
network TV in
And
my
he-
life.
And he referenced his character name Seaver, and then he goes, "No, I'm Alan Thick."
I mean,
it was very cool.
wow.
It was very
Hilarious, incredible.
It was kind of neat, and it
is.
immortalized in a Mr. Cooper season 1 episode.
Right. Forgotten in time, by the way.
Random. Yeah. very
Until
random.
we just talked about it right now. By the way, people, please share this podcast.
watch
this
that.
video
Watch
cast.
that. It's very.
We
good.
are bringing this to
Just-
light right now.
Yes,
it has been
just-
forgotten in
And
time.
next week,
Just watch
Mark
the first
Cooper will
5
be on
minutes.
the show. That's what Holly Robinson Pete.
and
Mark
we will
Curry?
have the and the ghost of Alan Thick.
I bet we could get him.
We'll have the ghost of Alan Thick.
Doubt it. He
No,
was
he's-
on for 5 years. They were joking about Alan Thicke having retirement money because his show was on for 7 years. The Hanging with Mr. Cooper was on for 5 years.
It was. And he worked after that. I looked it up because I was like, what the fuck happened to Mark Curry? He has consistently worked in black comedy. And frankly, I'm insulted because he is a treasure.
He is. He's great. He should be in black and non-black comedy.
Yep.
Yeah, whatever
He
that
could be in non-black movies. Mark.
Yeah, I was like,
Hey, Mark, have
what do
you
we
ever
call
thought
that,
about
comedies?
You're so, if I was his agent, Mark, you're so talented. Have you thought of being a non-black comedy?
No.
He's
never.
hilarious. Look, Hang with Mr. Cooper, I loved
Good.
it when I was growing up watching it. I
Same.
loved it. Watch it again. It was fucking hilarious. I love the Sinbad era jumpsuits.
Oh, we should watch Sinbad.
We should.
I love that show.
Hilarious. I liked that he did an OG. Well, number one, it started off with a joke about black women on the phone, like talking like, my man's such a jerk off. Fuck that guy. And then he goes like, and then they come in the room. Oh, I gotta get cooking.
I gotta go
I mean,
cook.
highly inappropriate. Could not do that
wonderful.
joke today, but
That's
funny.
good. These old shows are the best. We
Yeah,
love the old shows. Honestly, consistently, we love these old shows and we hate the new shows.
Because they're
We-
funnier because you can actually say shit that was funny. And then
It was
I like
good.
this. Remember Prison Mike from The Office?
Best best iteration of a different version of him. Yeah.
Yep. There was a
Tanks,
Mr. Cooper.
tanks.
He's a substitute. Oh, I forget to applaud the show. He's a substitute teacher who lives with these one really hot roommate, Holly Robinson Pete, and one other roommate who's
She's
named
also
Dawn
good-looking.
Lewis.
Yeah.
You know what's funny?
If you like
is,
if you like faces that are 8 feet long.
she says, like
hey,
in the
none of
episode,
these
she's like,
chicks
I
are
work out
fat.
for
She's
2
a-
hours a day and you're so fit. It's like you're working out like a fucking idiot. You're working out with stretching bands like this, and you got like what was it, like the tummy or something for the butt?
It was the thigh master.
The Thigh Master.
Thigh
Use your arms, like,
Master.
well, maybe work out smarter.
Look,
It's
when
what
you
you're
are
I like that
the
she was
when
using
you're
the thigh master on her
I'm
arms.
sorry. When you're the Sarah Jessica Parker of the Black World, which Dawn Lewis is,
Oh God, that's mean.
it is. That's what we do here.
What did she do to deserve that?
Sarah Jessica Parker has a shoe line now. She's.
I'm sorry, Dawn Lewis is a sweet person, but she's not a gorgeous woman. She's like weirdly kind of attractive at first. Then you're like, oh, that face keeps going down.
Down.
Anyway, so
All right.
it was funny. He's a substitute teacher. He goes in, and the kids are like, "Oh, we got a substitute." Blah, 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 blah. And he's like, "I was in prison. I will kill you." And I was like, "Awesome, prison Mike moment." And he brings it back around, and then he dances to Boys to Men. Boys to
Motown
Men,
Philly.
baby. Motown Philly.
How
BBD.
are Boys to Men not still popular? They were so good. Why did they
Rico.
stop?
Well, they
They-
turned into men. Nobody
they-
wants them anymore.
No.
They
Rico's
make new
fun.
music.
Nah.
They don't, Rico. They're so popular. They don't need to make new music.
They-
You understand
they
what I'm
just-
telling you?
I mean, you think they would be bored? Maybe
Bored
want
to men.
ABC.
Like it's been literally
maybe
30
see,
years.
I'm
since
over
that
it.
album. More
Rico,
than
listen
that.
to the lyrics of the song.
Yeah.
Boys
It's
to
called a
men.
one-
ABC,
one-
BBD. What's the
one-
BBD? Big black
One-hit
dick.
wonder.
They already have women that are so into the ABC Boys to Men part. They are willing and able
Is
to
that
get the big black.
In that song.
Yeah, big black dick. They
I
are
don't know
taking
why
the big black dick, Rico. What more do you want from? Why would they
I
want?
don't want their.
What does
DVD.
the ABC stand for before Big Black Dick?
Also black cock.
AB.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. All right,
ABC.
yeah. Also Big Black Dick. Yeah, yeah.
Look,
you got it.
they've achieved the pinnacle. They still tour, I think, but why make new music? Who gives a shit? Nobody wants to hear your new music. They want to hear the old music. They want to hear Boys to Men.
That's true.
Well,
That's
they
very
can
true.
do as they will.
Yeah.
Motown Philly. So Mr. Cooper dances to Motown Philly in a cheesy scene, and then old school 90s pranksmanship. They glue his butt to a chair, and
Good
then
stuff.
classic black principal comes in.
What
Mr.
you dancing
Cooper,
for?
It's loud in here.
Mm.
Stand up. Oh, he stands up, sits down because his ass is glued to a chair. You see, you guys catch that?
Yeah. And
I
the
never-
principal knew. He knew.
As close as I was. So then he stands up again, but his butt's glued to this chair, so he has to sit back down. Did you catch that?
Yeah.
Okay, so
It
then
was bad. Yeah.
then-
he really got pranked.
yeah, and then the principal goes, "Oh, did your ass get glued to a chair?" And he's like, "Yes," and he's like, "Well, all right, see you later." It's like, you're the principal of the fucking school. Why are you upset about your substitute teachers' asses getting glued to chairs instead of yelling at your students? Maybe discipline your students. Look, I'm not a principal. It feels to me disciplining students that glue the ass to the chair is a better concept.
Well,
was
I mean,
weird
we're
that
not
he-
the Department of
yeah.
Education, so
Was
you
this
know, who are
was
we-
that a racist statement? Yeah, the delay in the response here makes you think that somehow I've said something racist about gluing asses to chairs.
Yeah,
No.
I see your point, but you know, it wouldn't have been as funny if your mad at the students compared to the teacher. So you got to suspend believability a little bit, right?
And
Okay,
they needed this scene
counterpoint.
where,
I mean, we could like, why is there a boombox in the classroom to begin with? Like, who brings that
that's
giant
way more racist.
stereo into science class?
It's a place to start. It's a place to start.
I never saw that in
radio
my day.
waves. It's like a it's a good experiment.
I mean,
Sound
look,
works.
here's my counterpoint. Mr. Cooper, why are you using a tiny red chair instead of, say, a chair for a teacher?
You know what? You missed one. The one good thing, I think Mark Cooper was quick on his feet.
He was.
He had lines written for him, so he was quick, I guess.
That
when
makes
he
sense.
was
It is a sitcom.
dancing,
He was quick against the principal.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
He ties it immediately into the lesson plan.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Dancing for rain. It's a
There was
science
weather.
class.
Right.
I'm glad we disproved that hypothesis. Finally, it's been way too many years. It's been unsettled. Now we have settled the weather dancing.
Could that be racist as well?
Settled science.
that indigenous folks can dance and make the rain. So
I mean, maybe you just didn't dance. Maybe you don't dance to Boys to Men. I mean, who knows? We settled that dancing to Boys to Men doesn't cause it.
The Africans are always dancing to Boys to Men.
Do you think can I get a grant to go around to every Native American tribe and play Boys to Men, Motown Philly, and figure out if it's going to cause rain?
$5 million in the new budget.
Well, and then we're going to tell them again what ABC BVD stands for. All black cock, big.
No, say always black Comanches. You can adapt it to anything.
Always black Comanches. That's
always because Comanche.
Always.
And I'll be like, Comanche Nation will be like, whoa,
You could have just stopped with always.
Now
always
we're canceled.
because.
I didn't do the woo-woos. I almost did the woo-woos. I didn't do the woo-woos.
Like Indians with the feathers or the dot.
I didn't say that. So, last thing on the show.
Why
so
do you keep bringing things back to the DNC? Because I think Elizabeth Warren was just talking, so she's another Indian.
Oh, you're watching it in the back?
Nobody is listening and watching at the same time, so stop referencing it.
It's like Pink Floyd. You line up the DNC and our podcast, and it'll make you trip.
Every one of Kamala Harris's crazy, insane laughs syncs up to one of my bad jokes nobody laughs at.
If you play our podcast backwards to a Trump rally, your mind will get blown, man.
We are not Trump supporters here. We are nonpartisan as a podcast, except for the pro-libertarian party.
Yeah,
right.
And if Steph Curry ever run for office, we would not vote for him.
Unless he is a Austrian economist.
Or he signs the jersey for the show.
Yeah.
Steph Curry, Austrian economist.
Right. Yeah. Anybody willing to sign something, you can come on the show. That's how it works.
Okay. Last point here. There's a side tangent because obviously Mr. Cooper wants to bang Holly Robinson, aka Vanessa, on the show. A smoke show in every way, shape, and really like comes down in skin tight dresses and like puts her arms up and spins around. It's like fucking flash dancing here. She looks amazing.
Yes, I like to think of how producers worked in the old days, where like, you want to be on a show? You're hot, and they just parade her around like a hottie, and that's the old days.
Boy, I hate those days.
The good old bad days.
Good-looking women being cast in shows.
So bring it back. Bring back those old days of hot. Anyway, so Holly Robinson Pete goes out with a stockbroker who, when I heard stockbroker, I figured it was like, okay, it's going to be like a white dude and they're going to like make it a thing. No,
it was Carlton.
It was black dude. Black dude.
Carlton, yeah.
And I'll tell you what, man.
Carlton, unfortunately.
No, not really.
It reminded me of Carlton.
But a handsome black dude who, of course, spoke. And this is like a thing in the 90s. And I'll say it, not a fan. They're like, okay, this black dude makes a lot of money. He's a stockbroker. He's in here and he's gonna talk very well, like every black comedian that ever did a joke about white people.
Yes.
This guy did the white people, black person doing a white people accent. Oh, well, hello. I'm a stockbroker. Oh, how are you?
Made a good deal on that Porsche.
And it is awful. Like, it's just one of those things, like, you watch it and you're like, this guy's making a shit ton of money. He's a stockbroker. She's going out with him. And all Mr. Cooper does, a substitute teacher, is make fun of him because he's, I don't know, buttoned up, not fun, but that's just code for you are a sellout to, I'm not going to say it, but you know.
Also not masculine, because Cooper is a athlete. This guy is a academic. He's not as cool. At the end of that date that she has with him, she's just sad, right? She's in the kitchen having ice cream. They don't explain why she's sad. You know, she just didn't work out for her.
I was wondering what time dinner was made. What time are dinner reservations were for? If she was already home from dinner at 8:30, like, do they go at 5? Like,
yeah.
When?
Oh, he's an early bird. He's up. Look, for the stock market, you got to be up at 2 a.m. for the Japanese.
I'm all for a 5 o'clock dinner, but I'm married 12 years now, so I'm like, I'm down for that.
The sooner we can eat and get away from each other for the rest of the night, the better.
Listen, I gotta go to bed. I got shit to do in the morning. I'm trying to be out all night.
Got video games to play tonight.
And there's like way more people when you go out later. You go to the restaurant at 4:35. It's like, get a table right away. Everybody's nice to you. They're not all worked up for the day. This is advantages to being old.
Yeah.
But it's weird that that guy was like, hey, let's go to dinner at 6, and then I'll drop you off disappointed at 8:30.
Well, it's just it's a common like trope. It's just like they go their way. Maybe this will get me in huge trouble. They go their way to like make this is just gonna get me in trouble.
Say this without being offensive.
Nobody
there's
watches the show.
There's no way to say. I'm just gonna say it. They make any black person successful in these shows. They dress up in a suit. It's insulting, honestly, to black people, but they dress up in a suit and they go, "Okay, this guy talks white, so let's make fun of him, and he's a nerd, even though he's successful, and shit on him." And it's like, I just don't get it. I just don't get it. It's just like it's a fucked up trope. It happened all the time in the 90s.
It was 30 years ago.
It happened all the time, and I just don't get it. Like, I don't understand
who's responsible for the trope. I mean, it could be whites making it seem like
I doubt it was a lot of white people writing.
No, it's
who's responsible for the trope of the black guy who acts white that's successful that should be made fun of?
I think it's not black people.
Yeah, not white people, dude.
I don't know.
It's the classic like
they did it because they knew it would sell.
It's the classic you sold out thing.
Yeah,
but it's just like, I don't know, you watch it now and you're like, knowing so many, like, how many fucking
I wish I was that guy.
Wealthy
honestly.
black people, you know, and they don't talk. They don't talk like this. It's like, it's just like fucking bizarre. It's like one of those antiquated tropes. Like, Disney runs trigger warnings now in front of like crap that's stereotypically racist about black people. They should run that in front of Mr. Cooper about a successful black guy acting like a fucking like dorky white nerd in this show. It's just like one of those
I don't mind it. It's fine. Why are you trying to whitewash history?
Is it? Are you
black
saying
people make fun of?
But it's
smart black people.
But what is
it?
They
want
is
to.
it?
Who are you
is
to
it
judge
white
their humor?
People making fun of successful blacks, or is it
no,
Don?
Black people are going to enjoy watching somebody make fun of a successful.
If
black
you ever worked in a workplace
white.
with a lot of black people in the 90s, they would do the same fucking shit. That, you know,
and look, I have no problem.
It was funny.
Yeah, just making fun of nerd culture.
Is funny. It is funny. It is funny. But
We
looking back
make fun of
now,
nerds.
I'm like, damn, man. I just don't. It's like
PC Brian.
Maybe you worry too much, Brian. It's just a show. It's just for fun. Nobody cares.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm going all Don
you're-
Don on fucking Love Boat about
You're
feminism
going
now.
low testosterone.
You know what happens, dude? Is that when
Beta
you drink
male
too much?
that we've
Yeah,
been
you
seeing
get
in
all
the news.
you get all worked up.
Anyways,
It's a good show.
I think you've had too many when you start getting
I'm
sentimental
getting weepy.
about
I'm getting weepy about
Getting a
this
little
black.
misty-eyed.
I
This
think
black-
you
this
care.
black
You care
nerd,
way
he was
more
me.
about it.
The black stockbroker was me.
It was me. It was me.
One time in high school, I was looking into stocks, and a bunch of black kids, they made fun of me for being a stock nerd.
Oh no! But they didn't know I'd have a Porsche, and it was double parked. That's what he says when he comes into the house.
Double park.
Oh, my Porsche is
Is this
double
a
parked.
very crowded neighborhood? You couldn't pull into the driveway.
Oh goodness!
And
gracious.
Mr. was like, "What a loser!" Like, I mean, I think like Holly Robinson Pete was like, "What? Shut the fuck up." She should have followed through with like, "Guess who got plowed in that double parked Porsche? Me, in my sweet butt." Guess
That's
what?
right.
I've added a Pete to my name.
What was she like so sad? She's like, I only got a hand job out of the date. I'm so upset. I gotta have ice cream. Yeah, they didn't really specify why she was sad.
Do you
It
think
was like a Golden Girls ripoff. Every time the Golden Girls came back after a bad date, they would like eat cake all night.
What do you think? Like black people with
That what
chocolate
women
sauce
do.
on ice cream when they want
Yeah, that is a cliche though, right? The
Dick
ice cream
Steven
sundae.
and like the Golden Girls, they always feel like marshmallow fluff on top of theirs.
Yeah. Because it reminds them of wiener.
Nobody?
Sprinkles, please.
Nobody.
Yeah.
Look, I know black cum is also white, like white cum. Guys, I'm not that stupid. It's a joke.
We all have Pornhub guys. We all know.
All right. Well, anyway, listen to our other podcast, Fudge Cum, where we
No,
break down
everybody
the
knows.
differences between black and white cum.
I thought black chicks have chocolate milk that comes out of their boobs. No?
Look, to quote Charlie
Somebody
the
had to
Choc-
say it. You were making it way too serious, Brian.
to quote Charlie the Chocolate Factory, in a world of pure imagination, Don. Anything is possible.
goes. That's
All right,
right.
let's end this show so I can never get hired again.
Okay.
And
I've actually, after that we closed, I have a business proposition, so I'll bring it up to you afterwards.
Bring
We
me
can fail. We can
$90,000.
fail together. Yes. I have a fake signed jersey for you.
Okay.
You're currently talking at the DNC. I can't have it on mute much longer.
All right. By the way, next episode, I say new show. There's a weird show with who's that bizarre looking dude with the weird name who
DJ Qualls.
yes. No. Actor Bajika Bugaba. He's a very talented British actor. He was Sherlock Holmes. I'll look him up.
Benjamin Cumberbatch or something.
Yes,
Oh,
Benedict. Thank you, Rico. Benedict Cumberbatch has a new show on Netflix where it's him solving crimes with like a make-believe elephant. Watch that.
What?
Apparently, it's a
God.
thing.
Why do you keep bringing up the DNC? No,
The
I guess
elephant is
those are Republicans. My bad.
All right. Let's do that show. And as I have long said, American Gladiators.
Okay.
Is it watchable? This is like the
American-
same- don't we talk about this every
Wait,
single time?
American
Watchable in
Gladiators?
the sense that we
Yeah.
won't know where to find it.
Is American Gladiators
No.
watchable? Has there been a
Where
more retarded question asked
I
in the
think
history
on
of fucking
what?
mankind?
Rico means like where
On
can
what?
we watch it?
The
Not
first
if it-
episode is
Yeah.
on what?
I
Where
thought you
would you
meant
find it?
as a
Yes.
concept.
Can we watch
No.
it? Is it watchable?
Right. And if not, then we will each recreate it
On
ourselves.
IMDb, it's on Sports Illustrated Prime Video channel. Don't
Sports
get that.
Illustrated as a video channel.
And on
Uh-huh.
Roku, seasons 3 through 7 are on. So you can't get the first one.
Those first ones are probably like
Fucking
really hard.
amazing.
Well, they're probably like all sorts of steroid ridden
Yeah.
people pumped out. Yeah, they're like, we can't
course.
show this. This is
I
a
mean, when was the
nightmare."
first episode? 1989. We're talking Miami
Yeah.
Vice cocaine levels on American
Yeah.
Gladiators.
All right. Good news.
It was
We're
it was
probably doing
filmed.
it.
We filmed it at the house that they did Weekend at Bernie's. That's how
Hey.
party we are.
Turd nuts. The entire full episode 1 is available on YouTube at American Gladiators page.
All
Where
right.
it all began, full episode, season 1, episode 1. So there you go.
So
That's where we
can
watch
buy-
Belvedere.
If it's on YouTube, does that mean it's for sale and we could buy the rights to season 1 of American Gladiators?
No, American Gladiators actually has this. The guy that had Mr. Belvedere was like Naked Belvedere 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at whatever hotmail.com.
He's dead now. But we got to see the show.
Yeah. All right. Let's finish this
Perfect.
up. Don, give our classic sign off, please.
Cheers.
Awesome. Nailed it.
It was wonderful.
Bravo!
I loved that.
Oh, it was great.
Well, it was pretty good.
Well, it wasn't bad.
Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good,
It
though.
could have been a lot better.
I didn't really like it.
It was pretty terrible.
It was bad.
It was awful.
It was terrible.
Get him away!
Hey, boo!
Boo!
Boo. Away. Boo hiss.
Boo earns.
Oh, look.
I
hey, it's still
was
streaming.
saying